Compassion games, a competition in giving, serving and forgiving, love wins.
Well, I would like to say thank you to you, John, and the Compassion Games team for the work that you are doing to raise awareness as we connect hearts across distance. It's thrilling to be part of the team, and I see very good things in 2015 and beyond. When I think about the actual word compassion, John, in Latin, compati, and the old French Latin, it means to suffer with. And of course, for me, the synonym of choice is empathy, to truly strive to appreciate and understand another's suffering. So compassion literally means to suffer together. And among emotion researchers, it's defined as that feeling that arises when you are confronted with another's suffering and you feel motivated to relieve that suffering. So my work essentially is inspiring cooperation on behalf of the common good, regardless of what hat I happen to be wearing. And that's all about creating the conditions for a culture of peace and building the new civilization. So the implication for me is clear, and it's why I so totally support the Compassion Games, that we all share concern for the well-being of one another and do something about that.
Right. Good idea.
Well, empathy is so powerful in the work of restorative justice and creating those conditions for a culture of peace. Compassion Games take empathy a step further and encourage us to do something about our feelings of suffering together. The games raise awareness, and they remind us powerfully that we share responsibility in this life, while the games also give us ways to demonstrate our compassion, our kindness, as we all have the opportunity to become living demonstrations of a culture of peace. Peace defined as living together in harmonious relationship with self, others, and all life. Well, you know, I could talk about it, but that's not the way. Everyone's so connected on the internet these days, so I'm going to give you 5 or 6 websites in support of the work if people are interested. And of course, an email, @cosmosjournal.org, and that's Cosmos with a K. So nationalpeaceacademy.yes, of course, cosmosjournal.org, centerforpeacebuilding.org, GAMIP.org, G-A-M-I-P, Global Alliance for Ministries and Infrastructures for Peace, GAMIP.org, internationaldayofpeace.org, and one of my personal faves, mavermethod.us, revolutionary fast-pitch technique for fast-pitch softball. And my one comment about that, John, I know you and I relate through that. Success is not spelled W-I-N, and everyone wins in the Compassion Games. Everyone can achieve success. It's beautiful. My hope and dream is that a significant number of people will choose giving and receiving kindness, and that they will demonstrate their choice by participating in these Compassion Games. Together we become a tipping point, and I know you know that better than most, John, and bless you for the work that you're doing and the call you put out to all of us. So the dream, after speaking with you earlier, is let's end homelessness for veterans. Let's join together, and including with the First Lady of the United States of America, and we can do this. Let the Compassion Games inspire cooperation around ending homelessness for our veterans. And, you know, again, as we unite hearts across distance, there's a magic that happens for all of us in the spirit of cooperation. And I will just say, may the spirit of peace through Compassion Games be spread abroad in our hearts, through our groups, throughout the world. That together we actually end suffering and learn to live together in the spirit of peace.
Compassion Games, it's survival of the kindest. Bring to us your finest compassion. serving and forgiving love